Okay, we're popping on for a super quick second like we always do before we get started. My name is Big Bad Boris. We're going to be with AEW Dynamite in just a second, but I've done this way later than I usually do. LPW returns on April 25th for That's Why You Leave a Note. I don't know what that reference is. Something to do with Modern Family. I'm not sure because I don't watch that show. We'll find out why Zoe Sager is the worst person alive. I don't know what's going on with Saturday Night Live yet, but it's going to be on the air 8 o'clock Mountain regardless. We'll be back in a minute with AEW Dynamite Watch Along. Hi, Ophelia. Good evening, it's time for AEW Watch Along with Boris. Dun, 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 dun.
If you need a feature, you just go Dynamite, jazz hands, it's Dynamite time with Boris.
Good evening, it's time to sit right down. We've got AEW, all the hype in town. Get comfy, get cozy, and bring a friend or three, cause it's Dynamite night on your TV. The ring's all set, the lights are bright, so settle in, it's Wednesday night, with matches stacked, the action's prime, AEW's live, it's Dynamite time, and with Big Bad.
Good evening. All right, that's just about enough of that. Good evening. Oh, like I'm right on time. I'm getting to be like sort of almost professional at this. Welcome to another AEW Dynamite Watch Along. My name is Big Bad Boris, joined by the lovely and talented Ms. Ophelia Payne, primping and getting her hair all ready to go. It is the Go Home Dynamite for the pay-per-view on Sunday. There's a big tag team match and a bunch of other stuff. We are in Peoria, Illinois, which is not Saginaw, Michigan.
No.
And I already want to go to bed, so it's going to be a long 2 hours.
we made it 1 minute this time before you mentioned it.
I know. Oh, we're starting with... it appears we're starting off with this tag team matchup, are we not?
Okay, that makes sense. It's a great way to kick it off.
You both blew yourselves tonight.
Yes.
I'm not anywhere close to being flexible enough to blue myself.
That's the reference to the LPW show. It's for Arrested Development, not for Modern Family. So,
what did I say? Modern Family?
Yeah, and that reference that Asian Joe is using is also from that show.
Oh, see, I don't know popular culture because I'm me.
I'm here to speak the youth.
You're here to speak the what? Oh, I muted you. Or you muted yourself. Your mic is not connected is what my thingamajig here is saying. So get your act together here already. I don't know what you you can talk all you want, but we can't hear anything. I'll just take over and do a professional broadcast while you figure out your technical difficulties. Jonathan Moxley is making his way to the squared circle along with Marina Shafir. Oh, wait, I think you're fixed now. Nope, still can't hear anything.
What?
Oh, wait, now I can. Say it again.
Am I there now?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
They're announcing the brackets for the Owen Hart Foundation tournament-y thing. Yes, if it was like an Office reference or like a Seinfeld reference, maybe I would get it. But all these newfangled shows that the kids are into.
Asian Joe, silence is truly golden when it comes to Peggy.
I should have enjoyed it while it lasted. It's funny. You ask what's for dinner. The lady had the day off today, and when I got home from work, she was napping. So I let her nap for several more hours, and she woke up and she's like, "Can we just order pizza?" So I've already had pizza.
Good.
So now I just want to go to bed. Willow Nightingale making her way to the ring. Pay-per-view shaping up pretty nicely.
I like Willow is just so much joy. Just so much joy. Yeah,
and super cool.
card
It
for the
was very
pay-per-view
cool.
is looking good. It's looking really good. I'm assuming we'll get another 10 matches added if it's anything like Tony Khan's normal pay-per-views.
And then 4 more on the kickoff.
On the pre-show. There'll be like
pre-show.
18 matches.
What's it called? 0 hour or?
Yeah, 0 hour, which is usually 90 minutes.
Well, I guess 90 minutes just sounds weird, right? So do we still think that Prince Nana's turning on Swerve, or is that ship kind of sailed for now?
I don't think that's a thing. I've been the one that's been like, Nana would never do that. So
But he's not going to win the belt, right?
Sorry, what's that?
He's not going to win the title, though, right?
I think he might.
Really?
Well, I mean, he's sort of the king of Dynasty, right? Like, he always wins his matches at Dynasty. He always wins championships at Dynasty. So, sure.
What did you have for dinner? Why is this always all about me?
Because you're the one that usually talks about it. I had I made
food?
udon noodles, like a Chinese spicy noodles for just before I get on here.
You made udon noodles.
Yeah.
Asian Joe, what did you have for supper? Did you have udon noodles?
He had cereal. He's doing cereal for his blog, probably.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my favorite. Oh, there's a hologram mask in the front row. Now, is that actually hologram? Oh, I've been watching Collision, by the way, and I've been enjoying it for the most part. But I'm sorry.
Really good.
But I do not buy Action Andretti as a tough guy trying to be a tough guy heel. I'm sorry.
No. I agree.
Like Leo Rush, I get, because he's always kind of been like that. But all of a sudden, Action Andretti or Jack Cartwheel, whichever one it is supposed to be a badass now. I'm sorry, but I just don't.
Jeez. 2 minutes in and we've got a table.
Yeah, that sounds like an AEW show.
Yeah.
Is this Moxley's first match back since the stabbing incident of 2025?
Yes. I don't think he had a match last week. He had a promo last week, but I don't think he had a match.
So you were telling me that after the stabbing incident happened, there was a compilation that was out on the internet featuring reactions, and you and I were included in it. And apparently there was some like big important content-y people that were on that. So are we like famous now?
I mean, we're famous adjacent.
Can I like quit my job, or do I have to still go to work?
When Dustin sent it to me, he just put the timestamp. So I just went right to the timestamp and laughed about it, because the differences between how I react and you react is just so good. Because I'm like, oh my god, and you're just like, that's neat.
Well, I'm a deathmatch guy, so that's just another day at the office for me. But
which I thought was funny.
Think of the children.
And so then I watched back all of the whole video and realized there was a lot of people from Fightful on it, and a lot of streamers that are on like the WWE and the AEW reacts all the time. So I was like, okay, so we're in there with the big dogs now.
So do I have to go to work tomorrow?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
you do.
Damn it.
I mean, that was a few weeks ago. So if you haven't seen any pickup on your work schedule for wrestling, I'm going to go with yes. You have to go to work tomorrow.
Here's a funny story. So we don't check our mailbox very often. Pardon me. It's one of those ones you got to walk to and blah, blah, blah. So we checked the mail the other day. And I have been mocked by my friends and peers because I'm a very safe driver. I drive the speed limit. I'm very conservative. I have a muscle car. I have a 2017 Dodge Charger. I just like it. I think it looks cool. I don't know anything about cars. I can't do anything. I can't change my own wipers. I put my own washer fluid in though. So, but everyone says I don't deserve to have that car because I drive very normally. I crack open the mail the other day as Dynamite's going on, and 3 photo radar tickets.
3?
Oh, we're not past 14 minutes in the freaking thing. 2 of them on the same day within 18 minutes of each other. Where the hell was I going in such a hurry on Sunday, whatever day that was?
I'd always do that. I if I ever get them, I look at the ticket. I'm like, where was I going? And I try to backtrack, and why wasn't I in such a hurry?
And I'm looking at the picture, like at the back of the head, to see if I could try to pin it on Melissa, because sometimes she'll take my car. And I'm pretty sure that gigantic head in there is definitely mine.
That's awesome.
So
Hey,
it's like
Fernando.
400-ish
That's a lot, especially if it's free
dollars
tickets.
worth of goddamn tickets. What are you drinking? Is that a wine beverage?
No, it's just a fizzy flavored water.
So why is it in a wine beverage container?
Because I don't drink out of tin cans on, just I have crowns, so I can't really drink out of metal.
Oh. So you think you're better than me? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's yeah.
That is not the only reason you think you're better than me, by the way. She was mean to me at the show on Friday too, by the way. She was like, "Oh, hey,
There's
fatty."
no proof of anything.
like,
He's
"What?"
just making stuff up.
I think you hit me at one point. I like that
I
I'm
did
behind.
no
like,
such thing.
I like that I'm behind stanchions now because now you and the rest of the riffraff can't get to me.
To be fair, do you think I would not duck under those?
No, you just knock them over and be like, "Don't you know who I am?"
Also true. Yeah.
I kind of do like being up there, and it's nice to have a monitor now because now I can see the feed, so I know what the people are seeing, which helps a little bit. Plus, sometimes when people are on the floor and I was that close, I couldn't see what was going on the floor, but now I just look at the screen. I get to hang out with Dustin.
Sometimes it's too close. Like,
Yeah.
if you're on the wrong side of the ring and stuff, like they always dive out of that left side, so I don't often get to see what's going on over there.
Is this
Why
Marina Shafir's first match on?
That I've seen, yeah. I don't know why Moxley's beating up on Willow. This is very upsetting to me.
We
Swerve
are
taking a Marina though.
equal opportunity. Whatever.
Marina's yelling, "Do it, do
Oh.
it!"
God, what is that? Did you see that? Oh, you're a little bit ahead of me. The moments before her yelling "Do it" were the most painful moments in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah, it looked really not great.
So yeah, I've got a couple of different things I'm working on for SNL this week. I don't know which one's going to happen, so I have not made graphics or advertised yet because I'm waiting for confirmation. But Pro Wrestling Exposed was actually a lot of fun. Ben and I had a lot of fun watching that, and Shikak Barshabaz popped in and talked.
Yes,
about
I was watching.
He's got the best. He doesn't know he has the best comedic timing, but he does because just be watching something and talking to be like, "That's how I pulled my groin." And just makes me laugh.
Yeah, there's a couple of times that I laughed out loud watching, and I was just like, it's like he wants to tell a story, but not tell the whole story.
What are we doing? Oh, awful.
Ooh.
But I had no idea that I could just stop matches by going like this. I'm going to start doing that shit now.
Yeah.
Stuff. We're on 14 minutes up. Anytime something sucks, I'm just going to be like, but we don't have anything that sucks at LPW, so that's the problem.
So we are pitcher and pitcher, and Willow is dead on the outside of the ring, basically.
I fear poor Marina Shafir is going to get a lot of backlash for her performance in this matchup so far. But
I don't know her very well from other promotions either, so I don't know what she's normally like in the ring.
She hasn't had, to my knowledge, a lot of matches.
So where does she come from then? Like, she must have wrestled somewhere else.
She was one of the original MMA 4 horsewomen with Ronda Rousey.
Oh,
and
okay.
I think she signed with WWE and she was in NXT. I know she was dating Roderick Strong. I don't know if they're married and they're still together or they're not because that's their private life and I don't really give it, you know what. But she was under the WWE umbrella. I don't know if she had any matches on TV. And I know she did one Bloodsport match for GCW, but I don't think she's had a whole lot of in-ring experience. Ospreay's returning. Is he wrestling tonight or just returning?
They don't have a match listed for him, but I could see him getting involved with something. Who was he fighting at Dynasty?
I don't know if he has a match at the pay-per-view.
Oh, he must.
They're married and have a kid. They did what is that? That's that show that what's his name does on AEW. Is it Hey EW or Hey You? Or I've never watched it. I don't know.
AEW, yeah.
What does EW stand for?
It's like AEW, but it's Hey EW.
Oh, see, that did not translate to me at all, which shows that that's an A. It's either one, a poor choice for a title, or B, I'm stupid. I'm leaning towards
Yes.
B.
So it's Hey EW, and the Hey is usually in brackets, so it's like Hey EW. So
Call Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling TNA, as in EHA, as in like Canadian A.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad at Mauro Ranallo after I watched that show because he called Zoe's finish the Z Factor.
Oh yeah.
And I literally said out loud on my couch, "F you, Mauro."
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, Canadian.
I understand, but Zoe looked great over there too. Too bad she's the worst person alive. Don't tell her I said that.
I'm telling her now because that's going to be a fight that I want to see.
I thought we were friends.
Okay.
So apparently the streaming numbers on Max for AEW have been pretty solid.
Yeah.
And
I'm looking at the card for Dynasty. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. That's it. Yeah, there's going to be at least another 5 or 6 added to that, right?
Is there an Ospreay match on there?
No.
See, I didn't think so. I don't know if I'm crazy.
There's no Ospreay. There's no Kyle Fletcher. There's no this. Yeah. We'll get a bunch added tonight. I'm assuming we might even get like Willow versus Marina out of this.
I'm not so sure now.
Yeah.
We'll see, I guess.
Also true. Will the Costco guys get a match again?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Is this thing over now? Are we done with the Costco people?
No.
Yeah,
no,
Jessamine Duke. That's her
signed
name.
a contract.
Was one of the did they actually sign them?
AJ. I don't know what kind of contract it is, but yeah.
I want a contract.
Yeah. Do it.
I just did some freelance, small bit of freelance work last weekend.
I did. Tell me about it. I saw it online, but tell everybody.
It's there's not really much to tell. Von Vertigo posted a match that he had with Travis Williams in Smash last year, and he, said he was a big fan of the match, and he posted it and said, "Sorry, there's no commentary." And I was like, "Well, I can fix that for you." And he said, "Okay." So I literally took 45 minutes and laid down some commentary on that and re-uploaded it, and he took it and re-uploaded it, and yeah. It was fun. A good match. It was fun. I hope to do more of that.
I mean, that would be a good match. I mean, the two of them. So
yeah, it was really good. Really, really good. So anybody out there who have matches they'd like to feature but don't have commentary, and you want to have that added just for, to make things look a little more slick or what have you, hit me up.
Well, I mean, I think having the commentary put in would help the wrestlers too with anything that they want to use going forward as a promotional item, right?
Yeah. I'm so over the goddamn forearms. Can we not do it every single match?
Very dramatic.
No, it's.
I mean, on TV it looks dramatic, I guess, more than anything. What's Marina
it depends who it is. Is it you, Spencer? Because if so, absolutely not. Of course, there's room for one more. Wrestling is like
wrestling is for everybody, and Spencer always says that wrestling is for everyone. So we will make room, regardless of who this is.
There's always room for Jello.
That's right.
What that means.
It's a very old ad.
Absolutely. Feel free.
This is a hard-hitting match with all 4 of them. All 4 of them are giving it. Like, Willow's really, really good, too.
Oh, yeah.
She's not afraid to get hit or hit people. So.
I wonder what the main event for this show will be then.
I don't even know what's on the card tonight.
I love Spencer asking if there's room for one more when he's literally the boss.
Yeah.
Like he could be like, Boris, you're out.
Not Spencer.
And then I would turn off the Boristron 5000 and sadly slunk downstairs, stuff one more pizza in my fat ass and go to bed.
What did you have for your toppings for your pizza?
We had one. We were trying to do it kind of on the cheap because, life is expensive. So
yeah,
One ham and pineapple and one pepperoni and mushroom. Very simple,
Oh, the main event is probably Cope versus Claudio.
Oh, okay.
I could see that being the main event.
What do we think of the potential? Sorry,
it could be Tony Storm versus Penelope Ford, but that's not for a title or anything. So I think Cope would make more sense to have him do the main event since he's leading into Dynasty with the match.
What do we think of FTR potentially splitting up? What's going on?
You'll see in a second.
Okay, I thought you were making that face because I kicked her right in the face. I thought you were making that face.
That's how far I'm ahead.
That timing is way too perfect for me to pop in there with the reaction like that.
My God, what is that?
Look, there's always time for Jello. There's always money in the banana stand, though, too, Boris.
I don't know what that means.
So you're asking about FTR. I don't know if FTR will split up. I think right now it's just nonsense.
It is a reference to Arrested Development, Boris, which is the theme of this month's poster.
Show. I know. I fixed it.
I thought it was Modern Family. I already corrected him.
I feel like I very rarely recommend shows because, like, I honestly don't watch a ton of TV outside of professional wrestling. But I think you would like Arrested Development. It's got, like, a very dry, very, like, somewhat witty humor to it. I feel like you'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It seems like something that I would appreciate. Did you see that I fixed the poster? Or
I did.
Okay,
I did.
Good.
To be honest with you, man, like today has been, I've been running all over. It has been centrifugal motion. It has been bliss. But I have had a day today. So this is the first I've really sat down. So I saw you fix the poster.
Did you see how I fixed the poster?
I did see how you fixed it, but I must admit, I only saw that a couple of minutes ago.
That is disgusting, Moxley.
Disgusting.
And he's getting the asshole chants from the crowd. So
absolutely disgusting by Moxley. So
how dare you hurt Willow?
Wild.
Yes, leave through the crowd. Oh no.
This is the beautiful poster, but I just added a little accoutrement in the O there, just so you know. I couldn't resist.
You added a big. My goodness. I don't know what it is with my microphone stand.
That's fantastic.
Are you having microphone issues as well, Spencer? Because
no, my microphone stand I think is broken, or like the microphone, I guess, holder portion of the stand might be broken because like it always falls over. Always.
What happened to Willow? I was marking out for my face in the O.
Willow got a big old DDT, Death Rider.
Well, that's
whatever he's calling it now. Is he still calling it the Death Rider, even though his group is called the Death Riders?
I don't know.
Is this like a Black Sabbath off the album Black Sabbath by the band Black Sabbath sort of situation? Like,
yeah. How
Bad
dare
Religion
they
have a song called Bad Religion, which I thought was interesting way back in the.
Was it on an album Bad Religion though?
No, it was not on an album called Bad Religion.
Yeah, because Black Sabbath really tripled down on that one.
Oh,
I guess We Are the League by the League also kind of counts, but only kind of.
Bad Company.
What is going on?
Bingo.
Here? What are you doing?
I think you'll appreciate this as well, Miles. Like you've got good taste in music. I was reading, I think it was like Spin Magazine a couple of years ago, and they did like the top 50 frontmen, not vocalists, frontmen of all time. And they had Paul Rogers ranked above Robert Plant, and that is egregious in my humble opinion.
Interesting. Man, when I was in high school in like the late 90s, religiously bought Spin Magazine every month. It was great.
I was a Rolling Stone kid growing up. Always, always, always. Rolling Stone. And so shout out to my mom, who still, to this day, will save People and Us magazine for me. Because, like, I'm a voracious reader, and anything laying around, I will read it.
Yeah.
And so my mom and dad, like, they always bought People and Us at the checkouts at IGA by our old place. And my mom, to this day, like still, every time I drop by, has like 4 or 5 People magazines for me. So I read Rolling Stone and People.
So you were up on everything. What's going on,
Oh,
Eric?
you betcha. Buddy, I was the one telling everybody about Brangelina before Brangelina was a thing, okay?
Solid work, friend. Solid work.
And we're proud of this, right? Okay, I'm just checking.
I don't know. I'm not proud of a lot in life, but this might be one of them.
Hey, you dropped a little bit of news today there, Mr. Spencer Love, about our home, maintaining our home for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and in the nicest of ways, not that there was ever any doubt there, but like it's the same way in the weirdest of ways or weirdest comparisons that a lot of wrestling contracts run out right after WrestleMania. So we just had our 3-year anniversary show when we first launched with the Rec Room, our contract. And if you guys remember, like in the middle of our first show, Change the Game, and then Don't Want to Grow Up, our second event, that like Omicron or whatever variant it was kicked up. So our original contract with the Rec Room was from January 2022 till March. Obviously, they sort of figured things out there, but our contract runs out in March of every year. And so very easy, and I use negotiations very, very loosely. But yeah, we're home. We're home until 2026. We are home until March of 2026. I'm very excited. There are a couple of dates, and I will say right now that I am waiting on some like graphics and some cool announcement stuff. Our July date is now going to be the weekend after. So it'll be July 31st, August 1st. And then October is going to change because they throw a Halloween party every year, and our show was going to be on Halloween. So a couple of like non-last Fridays of every month, but for very good reasons. And if that's what we got to do to keep working with them, sorry to interrupt, but if that's what we got to do to keep working with them, cool.
Makes
And
sense.
to
with
my
Halloween being on a
knowledge,
Friday.
I don't think that we've broken anything there, have we?
Heavily knocks on wood. To this point, nothing that wasn't intended to be.
I've never seen Kurt more mad than when it was Richie Rage and somebody put a giant hole in the wall at the casino in Calgary, and he was so mad.
At the show that you guys just did in Calgary?
No. This was years ago in PWA.
Oh, I was like, oh, goodness.
And yeah, he pushed him in, and there was just crunched the drywall, and there was this big Richie Rage shaped hole in the drywall, and Kurt was 7 shades of red. I mean, rightfully so. That's not cheap to fix.
No, you can probably find me, and I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but there are a couple of times that you can see me like visibly concerned in the crowd, or there are a couple of wrestlers who can vouch for my concern when like we start to get close to the glass right before or right in the area that you used to have the broadcast booth, because that is the one, well, I guess the 2 explicit rules that we've been given. Don't break the glass. Nobody off the second balcony. Who would have thought?
Well, now that we know that, like that's no fun.
Second balcony, like the one way up top, or
way
down.
up top.
Oh, don't
Oh,
give
no,
these
way
guys-
up top. Okay.
Don't give
Oh
these
yeah,
guys any
the
ideas.
way up top.
That makes sense. Yeah, someone
I
would
bet
probably
you-
die.
We have had 4 people like genuinely ask about it.
Oh, I'm
To
sure.
the point
not
that they have done measurements.
Because we had the same thing when we were at the mall. And I think
Mhm.
I told this story about who was the person that said that the first person I heard talk about, could I jump off that? And it was Eli Surge of all people.
Yep.
That doesn't
The first-
surprise me.
The first, but by no means the only.
Are you going to WWE, Spencer? This is a rumor that's being spread currently.
Unfortunately, no, I am not going to WWE.
No,
I
WWE.
am, and I don't use Twitter anymore, to be honest with you, or X or anything like that. I just like I hate being on the platform for the most part, but haven't said anything. But I will be going down and doing some WrestleMania coverage this year. I've been lucky enough to earn that for the 2nd year in a row. So yeah, there's a neat little piece of news. So no contract, Eric, unfortunately, but I am going to WWE as a fan.
What is your itinerary while you're out in Vegas?
I've got to be honest with you. I don't 100% know yet. I know we've got WrestleMania. I'll be there both nights. But as far as what they've got for Raw or like extraneous events, the only thing that I specifically want to go to, is they're doing that like WrestleMania After Dark.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
with like
so
some comedian
I want
or
to go-
something?
Well, here's the
No,
bracket
so that's
for-
they're doing that. That's like a WrestleMania roast, but they're doing like a 4-night concert series, And so the last night, April 20th of after night 2, they've got Rob Gronkowski and Flo Rida throwing a party. So if there's anything I've got my fingers crossed for.
Who? Okay, just 1 second here. We're going over the brackets for the Owen Hart. There is a wild card. Can we assume that might be Josh Alexander?
That's what I think too.
Although it hasn't
No
been officially
Speedball
announced.
is shocking.
He has not been announced as signed, though, has he?
No,
Speedball? Yep. He has
Or
been.
no, Josh Alexander.
Josh
Oh,
Alexander.
sorry. No, he hasn't been.
I spend too much time with Boris on here. I speak Boris now.
Yeah.
I knew what he meant.
Well, I was watching the footage back, Boris, and I totally misunderstood. I thought you were asking me to call you PWA Hall of Famer Big Bad.
No,
Boris,
I
but you
wanted
were
cake.
Savio Vega. Of course, Miles. Of course, that's who it is.
I mean, give Savio a strap and hell, I was yelling that I wanted cake, and you're like PWA Hall of Famer. I'm like, hey, I'll take that too. I never
That's
did. That.
Miles
I don't think I
Blackwell's answer to everything is Savio Vega.
He's earned points on Quizplex for that. Too.
Yes, it was the answer once.
It was the answer.
Oh, I had another good Quizplex question that came in my head the other day. One of them was, what is the number for the WCW hotline?
Yep, we used that last month.
Oh, you did use that one? Okay.
Yeah, we used that one.
Did anybody get it?
Nope.
And I had one come to me at work the other day. Now I can't remember what it was. I should have wrote it down.
Oh, there's the women's brackets.
Oh, okay. Julia Hart, Mercedes Monet, Harley Cameron, Athena.
Oh, Jamie Hayter and Billy Starks is going to rule.
Interesting. That's right, Miles Blackwell. Okay, Miles, what was the ECW hotline number?
Ooh.
No Googling.
Okay, so
I have people watching.
You would have to assume either Mercedes or Athena is going to lose, or there's going to be something there, because I don't think that they're going to do that as like a second round matchup.
Yeah.
But I think they
Miles,
might do
you
that.
got that right, but no one that was actually on the show got it right.
No Thunder Tits this week. The
I was
ECW
never
hotline.
so mad to miss a show as I was last week when we had to cancel and Thunder Tits was a thing. I was just like,
we had to take the kid to violin lessons, and that's a shoot. The ECW hotline was 1-900-RUN-4-ECW. I don't know why I know that. I just do.
How much does somebody want to bet, or what's the over-under, that if Tony gets to cut a promo after this, she brings something up about being an actress in wrestling or something like that to play off of Bret Hart today?
that would be something that she would. Yeah, she.
That
would
is
roll
so
with.
Tony-coded.
What do we think of matches going in the Hall of Fame?
I like
I
it.
don't know how I
I
feel
think
about
it's pretty
this.
cool. I don't know. It's the entire Hall of Fame is subjective, so I get it. If there were like clear, like you needed to do this, this, and this, maybe I don't know. I'm fine with it.
I think you're running out of. I don't want to say running out of people, but running out of like headliners. So you
I
can
think
start
so.
having matches be the headliner stuff, right?
Like, I'm sorry, but I don't think Michelle McCool is a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. I'm just putting that out there. I know it's a nepotism thing, but yeah.
I can't speak a ton to like that era of wrestling as far
Yeah.
as like actual. Like I wasn't watching. Dude, don't be a jerk, please.
She did have one decent run with the title with Layla, but I don't know.
You are going outside for the next little bit. That's it.
Like, I think that Titus O'Neil should be in the Hall of Fame for that slide. And yes, Savage Steamboat, definitely, I agree with that. Chicken cutlet, I haven't had chicken cutlets in forever. That should be a segment. Okay, I also hope Double J gets an AEW title run. I need Dustin.
Flip that and send it to Pluggo.
Oh, speaking of Pluggo.
Is that lighting distracting? I need to see my
No,
dog while
no.
he's outside.
That's
Okay,
fine.
cool. Cool.
I am a moron.
It's one of my favorite things.
Against Paralera.
I need, yeah, what a dummy, hey. I need Dustin to make me an intro for a segment called What's for Dinner, and we're going to talk about that every week on this stream.
I mean, right now we do it unofficially. We might as well brand it somehow.
Until I turn this into an evolved watch-along so I can go to bed at 6:45.
Every week I expect to be like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore because I need to go to bed at a human time. Every
I've
week
really
I
been
expect
humming
it.
and hawing about it because, man, 2:30 in the morning is early as heck, but I really do
That's
enjoy
why
it.
every Wednesday morning when I get the tweet that the DM that says you up for Dynamite, I'm like, okay, we're doing it this week. All right. I never know, to be fair.
I've only missed the one. Goddamn violin.
No, but you keep talking about maybe because you have to sleep, right?
Yeah, I'm just complaining. I will say, though, WrestleMania week, there will be 0 streams from Boris. There will be no Dynamite watch along. There will be no Saturday Night Love. There will be nothing but me on my couch in my underwear eating peanut butter out of a jar with my bare hands watching wrestling. There's a visual.
Bare
for AI.
hands.
What that sounds like is like the greatest 24-hour stream ever.
It should just be Boris watching all of the content, but on the sofa with a jar of peanut butter. Like,
What I was going to say is like we could go to no content, but we could also go to the other extreme and make it all content.
we could.
Also, I did not mention this off the top, and I should have. If you look at the bottom of your screen, there is a QR code for Cole Radrick's GoFundMe. What a rotten bit of luck for Cole Radrick, because he came back from that broken leg, and he was lean and mean. He was in great shape and doing great work, and then just unfortunately the ACL. So he sent in a video for the Sunday GCW show, and I saw it, and you could tell he sounded just super defeated. So hopefully, spirits are up and he'll be back better than ever.
It's so hard though, because an injury like that, and they're like, he's out for however many months, and then, did I hear correctly that they let him go from his job as well, like his real job?
Yeah.
What
do I do with my Wednesday and Saturday during WrestleMania week? Well, there's 850,000 wrestling shows you could watch.
That is true.
What did you do last week when we weren't streaming? Do that.
You just sit in the corner and cry, eating peanut butter out of a jar with your bare hands.
Just rocking back and forth.
I don't know what Boris is having for supper.
Well, what did you?
Last Wednesday?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. What do you want from me?
Probably doesn't know what he had for lunch today.
What did I have for lunch today?
Oh, see, there we go.
Tacos.
You had tacos and pizza today?
Yeah, I know. That's why
You're living the dream, my dude.
Yeah,
No, I'm proud of you.
Young.
I'm proud of you.
That's why I look like Jabba the Hutt with a beard. That solo. That was my Jabba the Hutt.
That was pretty good.
Was that all right?
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I ate jam. Whoops. I wondered if it was Jack Carville or Action Andretti. Well, you know what? If I was here last Wednesday, you still would have ate jam and wondered if it was Action Andretti or Jack Carville.
It does sound like a great day. Like, I don't know which part, him sitting around eating peanut butter or the tacos and pizza. Both sound like great days. I need Boris to send me a schedule of all the things to watch WrestleMania week, and he's just going to say everything. Block
I
off
have
like
one.
6 days.
You know what?
You shared it with me last year.
I will give a non-sponsored shout out. There is a website called voicesofwrestling.com, and I never ever go there except for WrestleMania week, because they have like a super comprehensive list of all of the things broken down by day.
I think that's what I used last year too.
Yeah. Give me.
There you go, Spencer. Hit them up for a sponsorship.
The other thing, oh gosh, why is Google so bad? Why is Twitter? Why is all of this so bad? Why is the internet such a bad place? I won't pull the graphic up. The only other thing I was going to say is a huge shout out, speaking of WrestleMania week, and I am very excited to be heading out to this show itself, but a huge shout out to Stephen Crow heading out to big gay brunch this year for the first time. Lots of cool stuff. I'm very excited to head out. Both WrestleCore and Dusk Pro Wrestling are heading out there as well too. Both based out of British Columbia. So it's going to be cool as hell, man. There's going to be a real neat little Canadian presence on. Are
they streaming? Is WrestleCore streaming anywhere?
I got to be honest. So they're all on IWTV, but I don't know if they're going to be doing it live. It'll be uploaded in post for sure, but I don't know if they're going to be doing anything live.
So crawling on the bottom, you'll see that's the website from, again, it's a I don't know anybody at Voices of Wrestling. I literally never go there except WrestleMania week because they do such a great job of cataloging everything. Watch along for all the WrestleMania 8 million shows. No. For many reasons. I just power down. It's funny too. It's Easter weekend, and I'm like, you guys know I'm not coming to Easter dinner, right? And they're like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, I said the same thing to somebody today. They were like,
And
you're
then
coming for
Melissa's
Easter, and I was
daughter-
like, no, it's
Melissa's
Mania.
daughter and her boyfriend just got a new place, and they're like, oh, we're moving on a long weekend. I'm like, nope, sorry. I moved you once already. You're on your own. It's the only week of the year where I'm selfish as hell, and I just make it all about me. I'm like,
Moving again?
Yeah, I know, right?
But you had a house.
Didn't we move you into this place? Penelope Ford has been getting a lot of featured matchups. She's been in a main event recently, too, so that's kind of cool.
Because this isn't for the belt, I wouldn't even be surprised if somehow she sneaks out this win to make Tony look like, a little bit weaker going into the match against.
Well,
Mania.
Tony did get pinned on Collision, so I don't know.
Did, yeah.
But I guess you do have to have something going into the pay-per-view,
I think Tony's going to win, and then Megan Bayne will come out and beat the ever-loving hell out of her after.
I could see that.
Rudeness.
That's my thought. Because, I don't know if,
Or this ends up a DQ, like Megan gets involved before the pin.
yeah, I don't think it's going to be, a distraction or anything. Megan Bayne isn't here to, she's not here to fuck with people. She's here to fuck up people. That's the best way that I can put it. It's 42 minutes in, and it's my site, so I can curse.
Yes.
Okay. I can give you a couple of the things that I'm looking forward to at WrestleMania for various reasons. I just
there's the
learned
Storm Zero.
that Minoru Suzuki and
There we go.
Butterbean are having a match.
I didn't even know Wow.
What's that?
I didn't know Butterbean was still wrestling.
I thought he was sick and dying, but Spring Break has the 55 plus scramble where you have to be 55 years or older.
I
to
love
be in it.
that.
The senior scramble, I love it
Yeah.
so much.
It's like Ricky Morton and the Warlord and Action Mike Jackson and a couple other people.
Glacier, I think, is in it.
I agree, Scott.
No, he's not, which is too
Megan
bad.
looks so good.
The Clusterfuck Forever on the Saturday night after WrestleMania, supposedly. Oh my goodness, Megan. Yeah, she looks like a star. Hey.
Yeah, she's not even in her wrestling gear, but she still has the huge headdress. Amazing.
Yes, Minoru Suzuki versus Yoshihiko is happening Mania week as well. I'm not sure which show that is, but I'm interested to see how that all goes. What else? Oh yeah, the Clusterfuck Forever on Saturday night after WrestleMania Night 1. I think there's supposed to be 120 people in it. So love
Oh
that.
my God. 120? That's crazy.
And Joey Janela versus Sabu. Sabu should be interesting. I don't know what Sabu still has left in the tank. But
no.
If Sabu shows up,
get
that'll be
Sabio
great.
in that. I agree.
If Sabu decides to attend the match, we're good to go.
Go send him a message, Miles. Be like, we need you in this match. Make it happen. We don't really talk about ratings here, David. It's silliness, and tribalism, and I don't really subscribe to that. So,
But I'll tell you what I do subscribe to.
IWTV to watch LPW shows twice a month.
Actually, yeah, that's true. I do subscribe to that.
See, I got you.
But I also subscribe to the 55 plus Scrabble. We got the Warlord, Action Mike Jackson, Tommy Rich, George South, Ricky Morton, and Doug Gilbert. God help us. How great is that going to be?
Wow.
I will
That is-
put
wow.
if I could bet on this match, in all seriousness, I would half put money on Dory Funk Jr. showing up as part of it for a spot.
See,
'Cause
ratings did matter
he's
when
like,
they were
82,
going head to head,
83?
but with streaming now and stuff, the numbers are all skewed. And quite frankly, who gives a shit? Let's just have fun.
Is it next week or the week after that AEW officially eclipses the entire run of WCW?
I think it's next week, and that's
It's
really,
it's WrestleMania week, leading into WrestleMania that week.
yeah, and that
Is that
shocked
next-
me. I forgot that Nitro didn't really
Just the
have
week
like
after then.
WCW had a fairly longish run, but
It's the 16th and 17th. Those shows.
Okay.
so that is Mania week.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nitro itself did not have that long a run. WCW, in fairness, like the actual WCW didn't have that long a run either. Like TNA's outlived ECW like 4 times over. It's interesting if you look at the years how weird it is.
AJ Styles has wrestled for WWE as long as he did for TNA.
Really?
Someone's asking about LPW merch, Spencer. Do you have
Eric.
LPW merch?
So we do have some in stock. We've got limited sizes, but actually a huge shout out. Ironic on the timing for you. A huge shout out to Fusion Promotional Marketing, who has helped us out with all of our previous shirts. We've got some stuff coming up, so stay tuned for that. We do have limited stuff, so if you want to DM us on the Instagram machine, Facebook, X, wherever, feel encouraged. But we've got some new stuff coming soon.
I will autograph whatever you like. I have this Sharpie.
We want to sell
that I
it.
carry around with me wherever I go, just in case some kid's like, "Are you a Big Bad Boris?" And I'll be like, "Sure am, kid. Stay in school." And I'll sign the autograph and I'll pat his mom on the backside and move on with my day.
I'm just picturing you. I'm just picturing you walking down a hallway like Bret Hart in his commercial.
I want to have like a Mean Gene moment with like the Coke bottle thing, right? Like,
And this is the pencil that I use to tell him to go to the finish.
Okay, I'm gonna get my dog inside.
For the love of God, go to the finish.
stay in school, and you gotta have the finger wag.
Yeah.
Like,
Stay in school, don't do drugs. Just keep away from fast women.
Eric.
Discounted, yeah. Who stained this? Who wrote all over this shirt? A-hole.
Don't worry, if Boris signs it, we'll cover the shipping because we won't be able to wait to get that out the door.
Wow.
I know that was stiff. That was stiff. It was right there, but that was tough. I'm sorry.
So Ospreay does have a match tonight. He's doing his Owen match tonight.
I would cry into something, but I have nothing to cry into.
Where is your adult beverage, Boris?
I don't have an adult beverage because I have to get up at 2:30 in the morning. So I have a Coca-Cola Zero Sugar and a substantially gigantic bottle of water.
That's more adulty than it should be. Like, that's like responsible adulty beverage. And
Yeah, I'm not really known for that, am I?
no. Not really, no.
Boris, we know you have to wake up early, but are you going to stick around for a couple of minutes after your stream so that you can do the run-in with us?
I was going to ask you about that. If you can knock them
Yes.
out quick, I would love to because those things are fun.
We absolutely can.
Yes, Eric, I am doing a Saturday Night Love this week. I don't know what the topic is going to be yet. I've got a couple of different things. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of people, or one person in particular. I'm going to put it into the private chat for you, Spencer, because you will know. He is a Alberta wrestling legend. We might bust up some matches and some fun stuff. He's always a party.
Saturday, am I? Oh, sick!
I'm
Every
waiting to
so
hear.
often.
I'm waiting
Every
to
so
hear.
often I get a text from him, and
Yeah?
it brightens my day. And
Yeah,
it's literally just like, have a good day, Spencer.
He may not be around
Always nice.
this week, and I have a potential backup plan. How do I delete
Be
this?
gone, bot. Don't worry.
Did you see
I will do it.
that All In Texas is an afternoon show now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
like 3
love it.
o'clock.
Love
Is
me
that
some
3 o'clock
afternoon
Eastern?
wrestling.
So 1
Yeah,
o'clock
it's
our
1
time?
o'clock for us.
1 p.m. us.
Eric, yes, you are always welcome, regardless if Ben is here or not. My stance on SNL is it's open house, and I just send the link to everybody. And whoever shows up, shows up. So you are always welcome. I had a lot of fun with you that week.
So it makes sense that they moved it to the afternoon if the Saturday night main event is that night for WWE.
Oh, are they doing a Saturday Night main event that night? That's kind of a dick move, hey? Well, whatever.
That's why they moved it. Well, that's speculation as to why they moved it. I can't speak for
What
Tony
is
Khan,
Bobby
obviously.
Lashley wearing? I don't understand clothing anymore.
What? It's a suit. What don't you understand?
But like, what's this like side tie bathrobe?
Oh, okay.
Thing
I was like, what's
going on
happening?
here? And why is he in street clothes? Is he going to wrestle in street clothes, or is this just
He's
a
not fighting.
promotional segment?
I think Shelton's fighting.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Big Bill got owned on that microphone last week. Owned so hard. So bad.
I mean, it's really hard to compete with MVP on the mic.
Oh, of course. One of the times where maybe scripted promos would be a bit better so he doesn't look like that.
We hurt people.
I also came to a realization the other day. I like to listen to a little bit of Jim Cornette. I just find his like takes often bad, sometimes not, but interesting and whatever, and I just find it entertaining. And I always find it very disrespectful sometimes when he like says people's names wrong on purpose. And then I had an epiphany that I do the shit too. Because I call Wheeler Yuta the Great Yuta. And I call the Hurt Syndicate the Hurt Syndicate Raider Experience. So you know what? I'm guilty too. I agree all pay-per-view should be in the afternoon or Saturday nights, because this Sunday night nonsense is nonsense.
Yeah, the Dynasty this week is going to be a long one. Especially with the press stuff afterwards.
That will be a Monday after work watch for me.
That's okay. I'll spoil it all for you. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Just don't open any DMs anywhere Sunday.
There's no way that I'll be able to avoid the spoilies.
I don't care so much about the spoilers of who wins. I still want to see how it plays out, even if it's spoiled.
Yeah.
Huh. I just saw MJF throw his Sharpie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little behind you guys, I think.
Is it me or his like spray tan getting more ridiculous every week?
Yeah, absolutely. He's very orangey lately.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help when he wears a color like that, like a pastel color. He looks even more orange.
Yes, I remember WrestleMania
well.
being an afternoon show. And I remember early on, one of the first 2 or 3 was on a Monday night, actually. Oh, yes, I forgot, Spencer. You have to book Space Monkey.
Please don't. No, I was very upset. I'm still very disturbed about Space Monkey.
Argue my case? Okay, give me 5 seconds. I can do this. All right.
It'll be the same picture I used to argue my case. Don't.
Okay, just pay attention to Dynamite because, that's what we're here for.
So where is Shelton? He must have a match. It'll be really interesting. WrestleMania is an earlier show this year because it's out in Vegas, but also that Stand and Deliver NXT show is going to be so early.
It's like 9 a.m.
Yeah, for
apparently
them.
The call time is like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or something.
Well, that's what I'm hearing, but someone else said that last time they had a show at 9:30, call time was 6. So
yeah.
Now,
maybe
picture
9:30 if they have to do hair and makeup and everything too.
LPW, whatever number, Zoe Sager defending the LPW Grand Championship against Space Monkey.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I've
on,
seen
man.
Space Monkey. I
Come
have
on,
observed
man.
Space Monkey before.
Nope.
I know you hate money, but let's make some.
Nope.
I don't know, man. I'm a wrestling promoter.
However, Space Monkey versus Eli Surge writes itself.
Maybe Space Monkey will be one of the 140
We've had
people in
Bigfoot
the...
booked before.
It's true.
That's true.
They just canceled their booking. They really couldn't blow the gimmick of like never being seen,
Mm-hmm. But he does fight on Mystery Wrestling for Evil Uno, so
Maybe he just hates me.
that sounds maybe more likely.
Pretty accurate.
How many pictures did you post online, outing where he lived? That's what the problem is, probably.
You're right.
I saw Bigfoot right here. Tag the geolocation. MJF is not joining the Hurt Syndicate.
Where is Shelty B? Did they mention why he's not there?
No, I think he has his Owen match tonight. Or is he on the bracket? I don't even know. I lost track already.
Spencer is a good dude.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Appreciate you. If you're here, if you're tuned in on YouTube hammer the like button, smash that subscribe button. I don't know what the cool kids are saying, but it does help us out a ton as far as the weird little algorithms go. So if you have tuned in, please throw that like. It does mean a lot. It does help us out. So if you want to tune in every week, because what else are you going to do when Boris isn't here eating peanut butter on the couch by himself? So if you could throw us a like, it'd be very appreciated. Tell your friends to tune in. We're coming into WrestleMania season. AEW's got a pay-per-view this weekend. I almost called it a PLE. But they differentiate, so let's be respectful. We've got a pay-per-view coming up this weekend that I'm excited for.
It's going to be a good one. And I know JPJ and Drew are doing the post show for that, the React show.
Heck yeah. JPJ, good on you. Good on both of you guys. But JPJ was really the only one with any nipple talk on Firmly this week. So JPJ, the fans have asked more nipple talk.
I'll be sure that he knows that going into the watch-alongs next week.
Oh, I told him, don't worry.
Yes, tonight is the go home, so I'm waiting for something big to happen.
Firmly WWE, firmly AEW, firmly nipples.
But this is the go home show. We still need a lot more matches to fill out that card for Sunday. I know we'll get a few tonight, and we'll probably get a few on Collision Saturday. Yeah.
Personally speaking, sometimes for me, AEW, like the weekly programming is very hit or miss. But there aren't very many pay-per-views I haven't liked. They always deliver as far as like the in-ring goes.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes there's an angle, and especially, again, in my own personal opinion, since the Death Riders have closed most shows, like beating people down, haven't liked that a ton. But they always deliver on pay-per-views. I'm real excited for Saturday, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, the 6th, Saturday. You're laughing. Is it Jericho?
No.
No. Jericho!
Not Jericho, though.
Oh, it's just the Tree of Learning.
Yes.
Oh, this is...
So where's Shelty then? Because he should be out here then. Brian Keith is so badass. He needs more. He needs to get away from Jericho.
Stop me if you've heard that before.
Sorry, I will be with you momentarily.
No worries. Personally speaking, I think it would have been funnier if Big Bill said, grab a seat, but like so that Bobby Lashley could stand on it to see him eye to eye.
Now, I know we don't believe in AI because AI is taking other people's jobs and the such, but this is an artist rendering of the week of April 13th to April 20th if you're Big Bad Boris.
Perfect. You know what?
It's not far off, right?
There are some hard rules in wrestling, but you got to break them every so often. And I hate
Try not to laugh, but
you got to break that rule every so often.
It's strictly for the purposes of comedy and not taking anyone's jobs. I'm sorry, David, if they took your job. Oh, who are these enhancement talents? That guy is very small, or Big Bill is very big, or a little of both.
I mean, yes.
Is it 2-on-1? Does this guy have a partner, or did he run away?
I don't know. I was too busy looking at the glorious picture that you presented to us. So, Dirty Dom's going to be a champion in WWE.
I'm going to make that my Facebook profile picture.
Just send it out on Facebook and be like, getting ready for WrestleMania week.
Yeah.
Dirty Dom just got announced as part of an independent show, I believe, in Quebec.
Really?
I'll pull it up. And it was one of those, like, I saw the graphic. I said, holy crap, that's cool. And then continued to scroll.
It's interesting because, WWE doesn't let their people do a lot of indies. So
I'm excited to see Natty at Bloodsport. That'll be cool as
Her
well.
promo. Oh my
Did
god.
you? I was
so
just
good.
gonna say, nobody. Okay, you know what? Here I am. I'm gonna stand in my speaker's corner here, brothers. Anybody who wants to tell me Natty Neidhart can't cut a promo, I fucking dislike your opinion and I don't trust it anymore. That was unreal.
Yeah.
I love it. And
I need her to throw hands instead of just the submission that we think that she's gonna do.
I think it was Zach. Somebody mentioned in our Slack chat, but someone said like they want to see Natty win by knockout, and I think that'd be cool.
Absolutely. I think
I think
everyone
it'd
would
be
look at
rad.
her totally
But, like,
different.
That's one of the things for me, man. Like we talked earlier about, like maybe you could have used a little bit of scripting in the promo. Like ironically enough, about the guy with the microphone right now on my TV, but Natty's the kind of person, in my personal opinion, where like you see a promo like that, man. Don't
Is this
tell
the
me
one
she
that
can't
was
talk.
posted on X?
Well, it's everywhere.
X,
I have not.
yeah.
I have not watched it. I guess I should.
I don't know.
She's wrestling Miyu Yamashita.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, she mentions
But,
it in the promo.
Yeah, but Eric, if you've got the chance, after this stream ends or on your personal device, check out the promo. It was excellent. And there was like, everybody knows, everybody respects, and everybody should love Natalya inside the ring. But the common complaint you get is like, obviously the booking, whomever said it there earlier too.
Yeah.
But like Natty can't talk. You watch this promo, brother, your opinion's going to change 180 as far as it goes. It was outstanding. And I've never believed in that in the first place, to be honest with you. But the promo was just like it was the coup de grace, man. It was unbelievably cool.
It's a cool visual, but I wonder for Mercedes if it's a pain in the ass to lug those belts around.
Yes. Answer is yes.
Oh, the puppet's back! Yes!
She's so talented.
Harley Cameron? Oh,
Yeah.
unbelievably cool.
The puppet's so great. She wants to tag with Monet. Like that she's talking to the puppet, by the way. The money wrath train.
It's no Thunder Tits, but oh look, and they are teaming up this Saturday on Collision.
Oh,
That's
they
a
are.
weird
Okay.
match. Taz. I want
That
a
is a
black
strange-
puppet. It is William Ospreay.
I know I'm a little bit behind you guys here, but I personally don't like it at all when they do these like tag team matchups before people have ever faced off.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to like Mercedes and Athena. Like they shouldn't touch at all until they actually wrestle each other, in my opinion.
That's how it used to be back when I was a kid.
I mean,
man.
I get wanting to have Athena on TV, so a lot of people don't watch ROH, but at the same time, she could have a match against anybody. It doesn't have to be involved with Monet at all.
Yep.
Oh, and bouncing around with the kids is always great.
People seem to like this Will Ospreay fella, hey?
Yeah, he's okay.
Because the first 2 years of the Owen Hart tournament, they did the finals in Calgary, did they not? They haven't announced any
Yes.
upcoming Canadian gimmick this year, have they?
No,
So they haven't, but I did see someone, and I don't know if they've officially announced yet, but I did see someone that posted about AEW being in Seattle soon. And they tend to do like their whole Pacific Northwest loop.
Yeah. Because when is
So-
All In? August, right?
July.
All in July, yeah.
So Stampede Week is like right before that. So I think that's when they did it last year, was Stampede Week.
But I can't imagine they're going to drag it out to
because actually,
July.
Fun fact, Boris, I ended up I went to Dynamite. That was the only singles match that I have ever seen Bryan Danielson wrestle in live. But I ended up going out to Stampede after, and I think I got overserved. And then I went to Metric.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were great.
GCW comes to Canada. They've done a couple of shows in Toronto. They haven't.
Their title was here last weekend.
That's true. They have not ventured anywhere other than Toronto. It would be cool to see them kind of branch out and maybe come and do a partnership show with Love Pro Wrestling, for example, because they do that in the States. They'll team up with, smaller companies and do GCW versus blah, blah, blah. So let's do GCW versus blah, blah, blah here.
Yes.
I'll put our blah, blah, blah against anyone's.
Bingo, bango, brother. Kevin Knight rules.
So the
I'm
finals.
very excited for this.
The finals for the Owen Hart is Sunday, May 25th, I think it says, in Glendale, Arizona.
Sunday?
I'm sure that's what that says.
Is that a pay-per-view then?
Likely.
What is Blake Christian doing? Isn't this not an Owen Hart Cup match? Why is Blake Christian out there?
It's a tag match.
Oh, it's a tag match.
Yeah.
I thought this was for the Owen, too.
Well, I'm confuzzled.
Because Kevin Knight and Will Ospreay are fighting each other. I assume this was the beginning of the Owen.
I don't understand Blake Christian's boxing robe.
I will say,
maybe it's just not there for me to understand.
I was watching back Blake's match with Mars earlier today. I'm starting to do like a little playlist on YouTube of like all of our Grand Championship matches.
Oh, okay.
I still, and it's a very good problem, but I go back and forth so often on my favorite between Mars versus Blake and Mars versus Kushida from last year. God damn, they're both so good.
Yeah.
Oh, AEW Double or Nothing is May 25th.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh. Well, fine then.
Well, I was kind of figured how they were going to stretch it out to July. That's why I was. I mean, it's not very many matches.
Are they going to Saginaw, Michigan anytime soon?
So Jay White is officially out of the Owen because last week he declared himself for the Owen.
Yeah.
He's getting surgery.
Oh, for what?
Oh, shit.
It just says has
happened.
an injury that's forced him out of the Owen, is expected to have surgery shortly. And that's probably why that wild card exists.
That explains
now.
the wild card, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's not me, and I'm pretty sure it's not either of you two.
I mean, I'm probably not in the men's Owen, but
Pretty sure, though, Boris, isn't a guarantee.
Also true.
the chances are slim, but never zero.
That's exactly it. Never tell me the odds.
That's right.
TNA have a show Mania week too, now that I think about it.
That they do.
Asian Joe in the men's Owen Hart. All right,
Probably.
I'm putting all my money on that.
That's why he disappeared out of chat.
He's in training.
Yeah. Scott, I'm not sure Will knows he's in a tag match.
I like
Blake
to see
is
Will
getting
Ospreay
a lot of matches. It's great. Like he was on last week on Dynamite, then on Collision, and then Dynamite again here.
He's super talented.
Yeah.
Osprey? Bright future, that guy.
Blake Christian.
Blake, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
You wouldn't sell me his hat.
And Kevin Knight is a great signing.
So-
I'm
I'll sell
excited
you-
about that.
I'll show you a photo of me and him with him wearing that hat, if you'd like. I'll even sign it.
Well, sold. Okay, wait, how come you can sign stuff and I can't?
I mean, you can.
I don't have to pay shipping. I can just give it to you at a show. That's the issue.
Maybe I want it shipped.
It's like pro wrestling tees. It's the shipping. The shipping is more than the cost of the photo itself. Do I see Mars going to AEW or TNA or even WWE? To be honest with you, Eric, I consider it every month a privilege to have Mars and Love Pro because I'm fucking shocked he hasn't gone somewhere like that already. Like that's, yeah. Yes is the short answer there. 100% I do.
Mars is a very young man and has his whole career ahead of him. So it'll be fun and interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah. There aren't any guarantees in wrestling, don't get me wrong, but like if there is someone who deserves it, and there are a lot in Love Pro, to be honest with you, but like
and his promos have been so good too.
Yeah. Mars the Specialist is as close to a fucking guarantee as you can have in pro wrestling, in my opinion. I know obviously after the events of the weekend, but like you look at Reed, Mars, and Zoe, like that's the future, man.
Too
Really
bad
is.
Zoe values gold over friendships.
I haven't had my heart broken like that since November, I guess like LPW 21.
Well, there's an old saying, it's not show friends, it's show business.
So I referred to Zoe as Yoko Ono during the Friday show. Is she Yoko Ono of the Short Kings?
I don't disagree with that.
And then,
You know,
and then I had a very hard time because Spencer at the end of the show just dropped the mic and got angry and didn't get up and talk to us. And then I was super confused as to what was happening.
all I'm picturing now is Reed and Mars wrestling, and Zoe in the corner going, I.
Rooting another Chuck Berry song.
That's the greatest video of all time. Just his eyes like, what is going on?
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone sitting
and the
around
best is when
Friday
you
was
watch it-
waiting for Spencer to come back out, and he didn't. And we were all like, okay, all right, this is
I guess-
not
I
good.
guess-
This isn't great.
No, that one hurt. Like that's. I think everybody in Love Pro Wrestling puts their entire heart into it, and sometimes that sort of leaves your heart susceptible to getting broken.
Zach is saying that
That-
the run-in
that hurt.
stream will start closer to 10:30. Now listen,
Oh, that's 10:30 Eastern.
I know, but still. Usually as soon as Dynamite's over, I'm in bed, so maybe you and I can do something real quick.
Did he?
You know
did
the
he?
questions?
Did he I do know the questions. I'm opening our Slack as well too to see what he said. Cool.
We're showing everybody how the sausage is made.
We stream. Yeah, we'll do one after. I just might have to send you a different link so that I don't have to muck around with branding and that.
Ooh, you're going to record with me privately. Ooh.
Ooh.
Why you got to make it weird, Boris? Why you got to make it weird?
Hey, if you feel it's weird, that's on you. All right?
Yeah,
Don't yuck my yum.
that's not an ish us. That's not an ish me. That's not an ish Boris. That's an
Yeah.
ish you.
All right, chat. We're all seeing this. They're ganging up on me because I'm a girl. That's
Whoa! Whoa!
I gotta make it weird.
We couldn't have gone more under the bus there. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I came in the room and put my keys in a bowl. What do you want from me?
That was the Tony Storm
I was
promo.
offended in the first half of that sentence. Nonetheless, the second half. Wow.
Tony Storm did that whole promo about putting the keys in the bowl, and I was like, oh my God, that's funny too. Like, she's so good.
Well played. Well played on that one. I've got no arguments. I've got no notes.
That's what I
This is
do.
what we're like every Wednesday.
True.
People don't show up to actually talk about wrestling. They just show up to see us interact.
Yeah, there's
So I made a small adjustment to the Wall of Fame behind me. I moved one of the WrestleManias and I put the press start poster right smack dab in the middle
Ah,
Oh,
because I'm very proud of that show. I stole that off the wall on the way out the door.
I am too, man. It was very cool to see because Boris, like, again, tear the curtain back a little bit on it. Like, how nervous I was going into that show and
Oh yeah,
wanting to do right by, frankly, all of you guys from Calgary and wanting to do right by, like, Calgary as a city. And I hope that doesn't sound super cheesy, but, like, man, it's a privilege to run a show anywhere, but, like, Calgary has such a reputation for excellent professional wrestling. And that meant a lot to get the opportunity to, like, host an excellent professional wrestling show. Like, it just fucking was. Like, and a huge shout out because actually we're just getting photos back from a lot of our recent events, so I haven't sent posts out for these people specifically, but, like, huge shout out to Victor, huge shout out to Hyon, huge shout out to Alexi and Nicole for being a part of that, and then obviously each and every one of you is part of all of our regular shows because hot damn did that mean a lot. That was a cool as hell show.
Do you have another?
I'm Calgary's own Big Bad Boris.
Calgary's own Big Bad Boris. We don't have a date locked down
officially.
Yeah, we don't have a date locked down officially. I can guarantee it is not the last time you'll see us in Calgary. Is the best way that I can put that one right now. Because, like, the nice thing / the difficult thing, like, Deerfoot obviously is a great venue for events, and that means they've got a lot of events coming up. So it's just finding a date that works well. I like doing the Saturday. I will give a little spoiler there.
I think doing it
night
Saturday
flew into
makes
that
life
corner.
a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And that's a nice room. I really like that room. And having the bar right
was
in there and
cool.
everything. Like, yeah, it was.
Doing that, even, like, to be honest with you, if we can get kids involved, great. And there were a couple of rooms actually chatting with the Deerfoot staff that could facilitate something for an all ages. But it was cool to do an 18+ show.
Phrasing. If we can get kids involved.
What are we, Mat Rats?
Keishi Matsunaga, Matt Rat superstar.
One of my favorite.
Beautiful.
It's very rare I'll go out of my way to, like, put over, like, my content, and I'll put our shows over like no one's business. But, like, I like to think I'm a good interviewer, but do you know how much fun it was for me the first, like, official WWE interviews that we did? I loved asking Natalia about Mat Rats. That was such a friggin' cool thing for me. That was a bucket list question. Not even interview question for anybody. Like, if I ever have the opportunity to interview TJ again, hopefully, want to chat about Mat Rats on that end a little bit more. Like, such a blast. Also, yeah, Kevin Knight rules.
Tony Schiavone's holding up pretty well. I wonder how old he is.
He's got to be in his 50s.
Oh, there we go.
So
We just added another pay-per-view match.
Oh, there we go. That makes
Osprey
sense.
and
I was
Knight
like, why doesn't he have a
pay-per-view.
match? And good for Knight getting on the Dynasty card. And he's getting, like, really, like, he was in there with Jay White last week. He's in there with Osprey this week. Like, he's getting quite the start here. What a match for Kevin Knight. That'd be on the Dynasty card. Very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like it. This card does feel like a lot of filler and doesn't feel like a real go-home show, though. Boris, that picture is fantastic.
I'd also... How about that one?
Not Space Monkey. Terrifying. Oh, Shibata.
Hell yeah.
Look at the devious look in her eye in that picture. Like, we all should have known.
She's a mean girl, 100%. She's all like, you don't even go here.
You go, Glen Coco.
Mean Girls, if there was ever a movie, you see all those, like, posts about, like, if you had to quote along with something or if you had to sing all the lyrics or if I had to quote along with one movie without missing anything to save my own life, it would be Mean Girls.
When they did the touring Broadway show here for Mean Girls, I went to see it and it was excellent. It was so good.
I am so jealous. So jealous.
It's really good.
I love a musical. I love Mean Girls. I love live theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really good.
Mine would probably be Clerks. That would
That's
be
an
my
excellent movie.
save my life quote along. film. Hey, look, it's the Oops.
The unfortunate part is you die at the end anyways.
Well, it depends on what cut you're watching.
I do want that shirt that says the oops always slacking that Dustin made for me, though.
Claudio Castagnoli. Hey, look, it's Edge against Cesaro.
Cesaro, yeah.
Now, I don't like the way they're handling Brody King because he's been losing a lot of matches. And I know that, like, it's good for... He's a guy that you can use to make other talent look good, but, like, let's make him look good too, you know?
Can we just let him have a win? Just one. Just one.
Zoolander. I don't know if I ever saw Zoolander.
Orange mocha frappuccino.
Gas fight!
That's right.
Okay.
I do the whole, like, what is this, a school for ants all the time.
It needs to be at least 3 times this big.
And the foamy latte is one of my go-tos all the time. Like, you know I hate a foamy latte. Like,
It's the same look.
it's true. It's yeah, it's my favorite. Or when they derelict the whole fashion show, when it was just like, oh my god, it's so bad. But yeah, the foamy latte I say a lot to people, and the people who don't know Zoolander are like, and I'm like, never mind, don't worry
It's
about
one
it.
of those things that, like, if one person laughs hard, it's better than like 100 people just laughing, you know?
Or the so hot right now.
Yep. Because both of mine come from Billy Zane. Like, listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, the foamy latte and he's so hot right now. Those are my 2 go-tos all the time from Zoolander. Though.
Console.
So hot right now.
Are you kidding me? I just said it.
Elliot Tyler just tweeted 3 minutes ago, I fell asleep on the tour boat for the Statue of Liberty.
Elliot Tyler is probably my favorite person to follow
He's
on,
like
on Twitter.
such a good
He
human.
is a future SNL guest. I like strange places you've fallen asleep stories.
Have you tuned into his interview that he did with Blair and Pluggo?
I have not.
It's unbelievably funny.
All 3 of them are ridiculous. So all 3 of them together is just
That's exactly it. It's just it's a gong show.
Yeah.
I think there are probably 4 actual questions asked, and the rest are just like stories. And that is my favorite kind of interview. That is 100% my favorite kind of interview. I just want to hear everybody's dumb little non sequiturs. Mm-hmm. I don't need to be like, what's your dream match?
I think the best interviews are when wrestlers they get something and they run with it, because it's usually a story that they don't tell very often, and that's why they're so excited to tell the story. So it's like, yes, regale me with whatever nonsense you want to talk to me about. Yeah.
Eric, exactly. So why male models? So fun fact about that is Ben Stiller's shoot forgot his line, and that was all improvised when they said that.
Doesn't even surprise me. He's so ridiculous too.
It was 100% improvised. It's like same sort of thing with Dumb and Dumber. Like Big Gulps, right? Like those 2 people were just 2 people parked outside of the 7-Eleven. That wasn't scripted. They weren't extras. Nothing. Just walked out and he's like, well, how you doing? Big Gulps, right? See you later.
Okay, Spencer, I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
We're going to make right now a clip to play during intermission at the next LPW show, okay?
Oh,
and action. Man, what a first half of LPW action. That person really has themselves in a lot of issues with that other person. Right, Spencer?
I can't believe that person or tag team did that heinous or great action.
Ophelia, what do you think of the upcoming main event featuring that person against their opponent?
I can't believe we're finally getting that match between that person and that person, because it's been a long time coming. We've seen all the drama.
Stick around. There's still more to come at LPW, whatever the show's called. And
there are at least 2 or 3 matches remaining.
I think that's some of our best work.
Sorry, Zach, you're going to have an editing job.
I
Oh,
got
Don
the
Callis.
black lung. I don't
Oh my god, this guy's
understand.
dressed like Don Callis in the crowd. Fantastic.
Merman, Eric.
It's water. It's the essence of moisture.
So I made a bad decision. If you guys see me hopping up more often than not, I opened a bag of chips when I last stood up to let rip out, and I'll see you in a couple of seconds. They're really good.
What kind? I'm gonna guess there's something weird like jalapeno. Oh,
Salt and vinegar, did he just say?
I think so. It sounded like he said.
First time.
2 and 3 matches remaining.
This is the meat matchup.
A great main event between and Slibbadoo.
Hey, Cree. Hey, Tight Spot.
We are. Oh my God! There's still 40 minutes left, and they're gonna do an overrun again just to piss me
Probably.
off.
This really doesn't feel like a go-home show, though, to me.
No,
like,
it doesn't,
Nothing has
doesn't.
really been wild. Now,
feel like
granted,
the
we've been
build-up-
talking about a lot of stuff, so.
The build-up for what was last month's pay-per-view? Started with a D as well. Disruption, determination, digestive system. I forget what it was called, but I feel like the build-up for that one was better than this one. I don't like them doing monthly pay-per-views. I think they should go back to like quarterly, maybe 8. You know, makes them feel more special. Was this an old Dutch salt and vinegar or a Hostess? A Lay's,
No,
if you will?
I have a very so these ones specifically are Lay's, but I have I love me some salt and vinegar chips.
It was
Top
Revolution, wasn't it?
by all time.
You're probably right.
So I think Miss Vicky's and Lay's, they flip every so often, but it depends where you buy them. Because I have a conspiracy theory that the Big Chip and Big Soda have different levels of product for the places that they send them. So for example,
That's not a
if you-
conspiracy. That is true.
so if you buy a bag of chips at the gas station, because the gas station chips are more expensive, so it was $5.69 to buy my bag of chips today, but it's a good bag of salt and vinegar chips. And there are layers to this sort of stuff, not like ruffles to this sort of stuff, but layers to this sort of stuff. And so I think that like the more expensive the bag of chip or the location you buy it from directly impacts the quality of chip. It's literally the same scale as the fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? Like, it is the same thing. It really is. So these are Lay's, but Miss Vicky's and Lay's are my 1 and 1A. Old Dutch is number 2.
I think it depends if you're just eating them by themselves, yes. But Miss Vicky's are the best if you want to make either nachos with potato chips, or it's like the kettle cooked potato chips with like a really soft, sharp cheese and then balsamic vinegar, and they're almost like a fancy chippy buddy, and it's really, really good.
Hold the fuck up. What?
So you take kettle chips, specifically salt and vinegar is my go-to. And then you use either goat cheese
Shut
or
up,
blue
I'm listening.
cheese or something like that, and you crumble over it. And then you bake them until it gets like hot and melty, a little bit browned. And then you use balsamic glaze on top of it. And it's got that salty, sweet, tangy.
God.
It's delicious.
And what did you have for supper tonight?
I had
Udon noodles. Can't you just eat something normal? Have some mac and cheese and relax.
No. That's like, it's like
I also had carrot cake.
Tonight I'm having a lobster thermidor. I don't know why I did jazz hands or spirit fingers while I said that.
Because
Lobster
that's how I
thermidor.
say it. And a nice Chianti. Like,
He's fantastic. Mondays and Tuesdays is half off pasta, by the way.
so yeah.
What?
But this is what you do. You make like, snacks like that when you're watching wrestling. It's just
No, you do not make snacks like that when you're
eat
watching
peanut butter
wrestling.
with a jar.
You
and
make
ice
snacks like
potato
that
chips.
when you're watching
Like,
wrestling.
You eat peanut butter out of a jar. I make fancy chip snacks. It's like we live different lives, Boris.
Fancy Chip Snacks is actually my favorite indie band.
Also, the title of LPW 42. Fancy chip snacks. And the poster will just be that.
LPW 42 is one of the only events that Zach and I have gone so
I
out of.
think we talked about this.
Yeah, LPW
It
30.
has to be Hitchhikers, right?
That's exactly it. LPW 42, the answer to everything.
Yes, absolutely. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because you said 42, I'm like, if it's not Hitchhikers related.
No, it has to. It's like literally, and Zach and I went back and forth. I can't even remember what the branding that we'd considered for 30.
Also, so long and thanks for all the fish would have been acceptable.
We went back and forth on so many potential titles for this actual like LPW 36. I wanted to go with a Wrestle Development.
Oh, that's good too.
But I think that's going to be the fun little tagline. But like, that's why you always leave a note is one of my favorite quotes from the entire show. It was either going to be that or LPW 36 bees.
I like all of the talent tweeting out about it today with random comments and like the whole jacked and juicy and like there's just.
I wish I would have thought of that. I really do. Huge shout out to Bayrat. Also, huge shout out to Bayrat, who, according to his Instagram story an hour ago, bowled a strike wherever he's currently bowling.
I saw him at his home gym using his kid as weight on the bars, though. This was great today.
You know that kid already does a 450 splash?
Are you kidding?
So good.
He's using his child as weights?
Yeah.
Good on him.
I can't remember what the quote said. Something about people said having a home gym would be fun or something, but he's like lifting his kid up on the weight.
Good on him. I can respect that.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming back from commercial. I don't even know what the match is.
This is Brody and Murder Hawk or whatever.
Now, friends, if you're tuned in, and Cree, thank you for subscribing. If y'all want to subscribe, that would be great. But if y'all want to just throw us one nice little, neat little, kind little like, that'd be great. It helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. Let's Boris get some more views on his handsome-ass face.
How does the Rizzler do it?
Yes,
He sort of just like swipes with one finger and like the second one sort of loosely follows.
I was poking
You
myself
know,
in the
like,
eye.
there's like an active face.
They're going to find that kid with an 8-ball of cocaine in the next 5 or 6 years. Promise
But
you that.
you can currently find him on cans of Arizona iced tea, which
yes, Risberry.
Is that really a thing?
Yes, Risberry flavored. He's got a promotion with Arizona iced tea.
Oh, that kid's going down.
when I went grocery shopping yesterday, and I don't know if this is worth sending to Arizona Iced Tea, but they were selling at Redacted Grocery Store. Don't want to burn a bridge. It was 2 cans of Arizona Iced Tea for $3.
Wait a minute. That's not how that's supposed to work, is it?
Exactly where my concern was. Because I don't think this was an issue with Arizona Iced Tea.
Oh, who's your nephew, Cree?
Hey, thank you, Cree.
You said he said to watch the show, so. And after the show is over, you can always go down and leave a comment once this is posted, and then that helps the algorithm as well.
Use some trending words. Use words like Luigi Mangione or
tariff.
I was just like, I don't even know what to say right now.
Or you could just like put a bunch of money in an envelope and send it to me.
Exactly. If you want to avoid those pesky YouTube fees, DM me for my address and you can directly send me.
Christian Star. Let me tell you a few things about Christian Star.
He is a superstar. Absolutely.
I originally had a little bit of heat with Christian Star because there's only one star child, and that is Paul Stanley. But he won me over. No, he's a nice kid, and for how young he is, there's a big upside on him. Big fan.
I saw his very first match ever at a different promotion, and I've been a fan ever since. Like, that guy's got some star quality to him, no pun intended.
He's got
no
hops.
pun fully intended. Pun fully intended. Don't you know it was? Yeah, Christian rules. And
you can tell him that we're all putting him over.
But yeah, I'm so proud that he's a part of our roster now. It has been so cool to see how far he's come, even in the last, I guess, 2 months, which
It's
is
getting more
wild.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. But his match with Mars is actually coming out here in, I think, 2 or 3 days from Clandestine Wrestling Society there last Thursday. And that was an absolute blast. And then him and Casey Ferreira. You know, I know Casey just won the Scramble title, so you're sort of obligated to not have a lot of singles matches over the next little bit. But him and Christian Starr would be a hell of a match here. Yeah, there's something coming up there and something I'm real excited for here, hopefully sooner rather than later.
We're just over 3 weeks to the next show already, because this one's a little bit earlier on in the month.
Wild. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm just letting my dog back in.
Salt and vinegar.
That's very cool, Cree. Make sure you say
Not
hi
this
to Boris
time.
if you're there.
Yes, say hi to Boris. I'm very friendly,
He's okay.
except when people hit me.
So dramatic.
Listen, I bruise like a peach. Don Callis looks very upset.
Great win.
He needed that. This is a meat match. There's been one of these almost every Wednesday lately, and I love it.
So it's Brody and Takeshita in the first round of the Owen Cup. That's
Yeah,
not bad.
which is this is the first year in a long time that I've looked at the Owen and not had any sort of idea who's going to win. Like the last couple of years, it's been pretty clear who was going to move through the ranks and win, or at least be in the finals. Nope, not this year. Speedball! That match is going to be incredible.
Oh yeah, they added Daniel Garcia and Adam Cole on Collision last week. No time limit, and everybody's banned from ringside.
Yep.
So I completely agree, Ophelia. Who do you think is winning the Owen this year?
I'd have to look. I think Will Ospreay.
I was just going to say I'm re-pulling up the bracket if we need.
I think Will Ospreay, unless the wild card is absolutely just bonkers.
Yeah, we kind of have to wait to see. Oh, was this? Oh yeah, they did have this match.
Yes.
The trios title match too. Interesting.
I'd like to
just
see
wait
them
and see
put it
who the
on
wild
rated
card
FTR, but I don't know.
What a useless series of titles.
What is?
You think Hangman? I think that's a good
Trio.
shout too, Scott.
The trios titles.
Yeah, not a fan. Like when Ring of Honor brought him in too, it's like it's a fun toy to play with for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then it just gets lost in the shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Ospreay's in there. I wouldn't have an issue with Kyle Fletcher.
So would you like to hear something very, very cool about Samoa Joe?
Yes, always.
So he posted some artwork today that a fan made him. And he just posted now that he spoke to the artist who sent the original artwork. And after I asked them to share their name, they admitted that it was mostly AI generated. So I'm disappointed, but it's all good. And I'm pulling it down. So he doesn't want to promote AI artwork.
Good. You know,
I also think if you're using AI, just admit it. Don't be like, I drew this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. For me, the graphics that we've done with Love Pro have been one of the coolest parts for me.
Oh, top notch. The branding is on fire.
Yeah, and like it's something that we put a lot of effort into, and it's something that like the person who designs them, Zach, like he goes out of his way to make sure they're excellent, they're well spaced. Like him and I were chatting about different color formats before we launched the branding for this show. And I'm certainly biased, don't get me wrong, but like when you've got the opportunity to support artists and use great artists, you should use those artists. Even for AEW, and good on Joe, because like I know they've got a lot, but like even just speaking for me, like Mel Coleman is an incredible graphic designer.
Yeah.
Why would
She was actually one of the people that replied to him about it.
Good. And I admit I haven't seen the post, so like if I'm misspeaking or anything like that, let me know. But like Mel Coleman is an incredible graphic designer.
Yeah, she just said, "Damn, sorry that happened to you," because you know what I mean. He was probably going to use the artwork for something, right? Like,
because like, what was it? Even MJF, was it him? I shouldn't say him, but it was his artwork or his design that like got accused of using AI artwork from All Elite.
the half mask, the devil, and that one?
Yeah, bingo. So MJF's shirt, I shouldn't say MJF's call, but like, yeah, when you've got the opportunity to support artists, do it. A quote that's really resonated with me lately is like, AI was supposed to come in and take away all the monotonous jobs to let us create, and they took all the creative jobs so that we could be monotonous.
That's actually pretty accurate, yeah.
There you go. It's
Give me-
main event time.
Give me AI sheet metal workers.
That sounds like a band.
It does, doesn't it?
Fair play.
We have lime-flavored Adam Copeland tonight.
I hate the name Cope so much.
Yeah, it's not great, hey?
It's something that like 16-year-olds say to adults, and that makes me upset.
Yeah. As someone
You
who
know
lives
what I
in the
mean?
gaming sphere. Yep.
Gaming sphere, I've got a lot of friends that are teachers, like cope with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rope and seethe, right? Yeah.
Cope
What did we
looks-
think of the Cena and Cody Rhodes promo from Raw on Monday? I quite enjoyed
Excellent.
it.
Love it.
Cody
That
was so
neat.
good in that promo.
That was what was needed. Even just a small little mention, but like not having brought up The Rock for the better part of 3 weeks, it was so needed. There was some real vitriol there.
Mhm.
Loved it.
Now, was there any
Loved
truth? I heard that Cena's now done till Mania. I guess
Sorry,
it's
what was
only that Cena's not going to be around now until Mania.
That's what they're saying, but I don't know.
Like I guess
Yeah.
there's only what, 2 more Raws, 2 more SmackDowns.
Yeah, he'd
Or
have
there's
to at
3?
least be at the go home show, I would think.
I don't trust any of that sort of stuff. And like, cheap plug, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't trust any of like the rundowns or weeks in advance announcements until like Fightful posts
Mhm.
the rundowns the day of the show.
Is it wrong that I'm proud of the fact that I don't know the words to Edge's music, nor do I know that Chris Jericho song everyone sang? I don't know that one either.
As a diehard Creed fan and as a diehard Miles Kennedy fan, I know Alter Bridge fairly well. So I do, but it's not because of wrestling. Fun
Very
fact. so
dramatic
Miles
music for Claudio.
Did either of you guys watch the movie Rockstar? It was released in 2001. It had Mark Wahlberg and Jennifer Aniston.
No. Must have
Doesn't
missed that one.
sound familiar.
So fantastic movie. It was actually based on a true story of Tim Ripper Owens, who was the second singer for Judas Priest.
Mhm.
Anyways, everybody sang in it, but they all mimed along to like one of the singers was the singer for Striper, if I remember right. Anyways,
Michael Sweet?
yeah. Oh no,
Man, when I was young and impressionable and Christian, I loved me some goddamn Striper, I'll tell you.
I was gonna say there's an important designation as part of Striper music.
I
like that
have
kind
it.
of
I have it
Christian?
set on my satellite radio on the hair metal channel. Whenever that comes on, I get an
It
alert.
was channel 43.
And I'll bust out some "To Hell with the Devil" when that shit comes on, man. Straight up. Anyway, continue.
No, I'm going to sidetrack here. Did you see that they're doing Spinal Tap 2?
Yes,
Like,
I
No.
did.
the trailer has come out for it.
What came out? Sorry.
The trailer for Spinal
Oh,
Tap.
there's a trailer for it now.
Yeah, it's been out for about a week or so.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
I feel like that was one of the things that I saw and I wasn't sure it was real, so I sort of just skimmed past it.
The amps go up to infinity now. They don't even go to 11.
Oh my god.
See, that's one of the things that does suck about like AI, because every 2 days you see on Facebook the reboot of The Office is coming, and it's got all this stuff that people have cut
Mhm.
together, and it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was one of those days where everything I looked at, I was like, really? Really? Let's see.
I will say, everybody expects April Fools. Huge shout out to Warhorse because he still got everybody.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, God bless
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Dustin. Thank you. What did he do?
So Warhorse, I think he's going by JP Warhorse or something
Yes.
along those lines now. But he transitioned out of like the heavy metal, hair metal, like Warhorse gimmick about a year ago, if I remember.
I haven't
right.
seen much of him lately. Now that you mention it,
Yeah, so like Warhorse as the character dropped completely off, transitioned out. The new gimmick's wonderful. Like I quite like it. But yesterday he put out not just one post, but like 4 or 5 posts. So like Warhorse is back and went back to like old school hair metal Warhorse. And everybody lost it. And then today he heel turned again. And it was great.
fabulous.
Yeah, Corey. Boris already had that one. The Edge versus Cesaro goes hard. It's a great match. Which I'm sure will end in nonsense because that's what these guys do.
I remember when Claudio had long hair in Ring of Honor.
And I mean, we're setting this up for the trios match on Sunday, right? So we need all 6 of them out in the ring at one point.
There's never interference in AEW matches.
The Switch 2? Is that the
Don't even
sequel
get
to
me going.
Oh my
Switch
God.
1? Okay.
If you've followed any of my social media, you would have seen me ranting about it all day.
Did you even see too today? After all of the tariffs, there's a 46% tariff on any products coming out of like Vietnam, which is where the Switch 2 is going to be made.
But that's to the States, so we're unsure if it'll affect the Canadian market yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So this was a Nintendo thing?
The only thing that affects me.
And
Yeah,
we're
I'm
mad
waiting
about
to
it?
see if it affects us, but they might sort of factor it into their production costs that they pass along. So we could be. But the console itself is $629 before tax and without any games. So that is, I think, ridiculous.
Can I ask a dumb question? Because I'm like a
Absolutely.
strictly Nintendo guy. So like for comparison's sake, what was like the PS5 when it first came?
So I paid that same price for the PS5 on
Like
day
base
one.
price. Okay.
And I paid $5.99 for my Series X, so less than.
Okay.
And both of those are a lot more powered than the Switch 2, and
Yeah.
they're 5 years old. So I mean, in 5 years, you're telling me that it just, I don't know. I think it's very, and I know when I bought the original Switch, which was 8 years ago now, I think it was $449. So like, there's a big price increase there. So.
Yeah. Because like I was lucky enough, I got my Switch as a Christmas present. It was that and Let's Go Pikachu.
Mhm.
So I had no contact because like I've never gamed PS5 or anything, or PS5, PS4. Like I had a PS2, but I've been a Nintendo kid my whole life.
Yeah, I was working at managing EB Games when the Switch launched originally, so I'm familiar with the process and the prices and stuff. So that was I just think the price is a little excessive for what it is.
Do any of
people are
those play
excited.
Bubble Bobble?
And people are excited about it, and I'm all happy for them, but I will not be getting one at $629.
No.
Especially if that potentially will be higher with the tariffs.
See, the thing for me is like as soon as I have to get it, I will. Like once Gen 10 for Pokemon comes out, I'll have to figure it out.
And the Pokemon game that's been announced for this year is coming out for the original Switch.
Yeah.
So
So I've got no pressure. I don't give a fuck about 60 frames per second.
there's a lot of features in this that I think are unnecessary and driving up the cost when there's better options out there. Like we can do in-game chat now. That's cool. Discord exists for a reason. That doesn't need to be a feature. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I'm very like, play what makes you happy, but that price is just, I think, ludicrous right now.
Yeah, I have to watch the direct. I haven't yet.
I got up early to watch it because it started at 7, which I was like, this is stupid, but I'm up. And then they didn't even give me a price at the end of it. So I was just like, oh boy, they didn't give me a price. That's a bad sign. I knew right away that they didn't give a price because they didn't want people talking about it.
Yep, that makes sense.
Someone who works in retail, very long time in gaming, absolutely. I knew it was a bad sign. So I was like, oh, let's see. And as soon as the pre-orders came up, I went looking and I was like, oh yeah. So with the game, bundled with the game at a discount, $6.99. I was like, that is just wild. Yeah. Did I register to get a pre-order? Absolutely, because I know a lot of people that are looking for them, but I'm not getting one. But I will help people get them if they need them. But I'm just like, no.
You're like a drug dealer.
I am. You need a Switch? I got you.
It'll be like Price Master, $2,000.
I did that when the Xbox and the PS5 came out. I managed to get quite a few of them online. I helped a lot of people get their consoles day one.
I have to dive in for a second. Boris, you looked very confused by Price Master. Have you seen Price Master?
Is that the cow from the Mario World game, Corey?
So, Zach, Boris, please message Zach about Price Master because he'll get as good a laugh as I did. But Price Master,
yes,
basically a group of kids, like, they did a garage sale, but they had all the prices determined by like an indiscriminate looking, almost Autobot named the Price Master, and it's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. It really is. I also smoke a lot of marijuana, so maybe that might play into it, but.
In other wrestling news, did you see the news about John Cena talking about his skin cancer scare?
No.
So he signed a deal. It sounds made up, but it's real. With Neutrogena, I think it is their new.
That sounds made up.
No, their new sunscreen, which is invisible sunscreen. Which, let's face it, he's made a living out of being invisible. But that's why they sort of got in touch with him to do this promo. And then partway through the campaign, he told them that he actually had 2 skin cancer scares and had moles removed.
Holy
and
shit.
so it's got a lot more meaning behind it now. And I was like, you know what? If this has people talking about skin cancer, great. Like, skin cancer is no joke.
John Cena, not to kill the business, John Cena is a pretty objectively good dude.
Yes.
That's
what I said. Regardless of the character he's playing now, I think this is such a good thing for him to be doing.
Oh yeah, John Cena's a piece of shit whenever he's on my television. But when he's not on my television, pretty good human being.
So yeah, when I saw that, I just saw the news because he did an interview with People Magazine today, and it came out. So
I'll get that from my mom in a couple of weeks.
I don't want to brag, but I could see him the whole time.
I think you're making that up, but whatever.
I saw him. $449 US. That's like $1 zillion.
Boris is basically wrestling's version of Haley Joel Osment. He can see people. Not necessarily dead people, but you.
And I don't like. How old is John Cena? Like, he's not super young, but he's not old.
I would guess at most 46 years old.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know he's younger than me.
So he's 25 years.
Yes. good call. Yeah, but like, I mean, people always think skin cancer is such an old person disease, and I think having someone young and like, you know, manly man talking about it, I think is good. You know.
Well, of course.
He's 47. Corey says, yeah.
Oh, so closest without going over, brother. You just prices righted me. Thank you.
Make me an offer.
You're watching Price Master.
And I'm always yelling about skin cancer because my husband was 29 when he passed away from skin cancer. So, like, for me, it's just such a shitty disease. And I'm, you know, when it makes the news and someone's talking about it, I'm like, yeah, okay, people need to listen to this shit.
Yeah. Abso-freaking-lutely. Like,
I will watch the rest of that later, but $17,000. John Cena's younger than me. I think I'm going through menopause, by the way, because I'm having hot flashes lately. I'm
It's
having one right
menopause
now.
for you.
Can you see the sweat beads on my big fat head?
Boris, I don't think you're having
Maybe
hot
it's
flashes.
the tacos and the pizza.
I don't
Tacos
think
and pizza.
flashes are hot all the time.
It's the giant swing.
Oh,
Boris, I always think you're hot.
so hot right now.
I'm the only guy who yells from the commentary
Boris.
table about cake in the middle of a show.
Honestly, it was one of my favorite parts because I could usually hear you when you were closer to the glass. And now I can't, so I'm just making stuff up and then reacting while I edit.
Yeah, I don't get any like potato skins commentary anymore. and
Why
that
was
upsets
nobody
me.
pile driven into that cake? It'd be a bitch to get that out of the canvas, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we asked a couple of people if they would be interested in using the cake in their match, and we got a no, but the cake was pretty good.
You had cake? Oh,
Yeah.
this is bullshit.
Though I will say, Zach, when you clip this, title it Spencer Shoots Hard on Judge Ben Omen,
Oh,
because I went to grab some cake, and the best part of most cakes is like the actual frosting around like the edges of it. And I went to grab some of that cake, and like 3/4 of the icing around the bottom were completely like scraped off
Just like was just eating frosting.
by Judge
No.
Ben Omen. Yeah.
do you have proof that this was Judge Ben Omen?
I have enough witnesses that I would take as character witnesses for it. I have no I have no
Can you
physical
name
proof.
me one? Can you reveal to me one of your sources?
No, brother. I've been a good journalist since 2017. I cannot reveal my sources, but what I will say are there are some quality sources and there are some quality character witnesses.
Does one of them rhyme with Smichael Smitchard Smays?
Was one of the
No.
mean girls Zoe?
No. And no matter if y'all are right or not, I am going to say no.
Also, what kind of cake was this? I didn't even see cake.
So I'll send you. I can. That is an incredible post, Dustin.
Oh my god. The
So-
picture of Ben with the title, like the GCW title, when he looks like he has green hair, is one of my favorite things right now.
That's LPW 43, frosting and fondant.
Even in spite of our current shoot hard status, Judge Ben Omen is almost one of the, or also, excuse me, not almost, but also one of the most adorable people on the planet. And so I was very happy to see that photo with the title. But I will not reveal the sources. All I will say is that I have it on some fairly good authority that
Ben probably admitted it. That seems like something he would do. Be like, yeah, it was me. Like,
no, you know what? I didn't ask Ben directly, and I probably should have before I started to shoot hard on the stream. But yeah, none of the frosting.
it's probably Bigfoot.
Does it rhyme with Smayrat Smorani?
That sounds like a
Not-
Pluggo thing. Blaming Bayrat for everything.
Top Flight? Oh, yeah, and the crew. Action Andretti is all like.
Yeah, weird. This is
to be
Collision.
afraid-
Bailey
afraid
versus
of him.
who is Bailey fighting?
Drillistico
Ah, I have my
with
closed
Ricochet
captioning
on commentary.
so
I want all the
there it is.
graphics for LPW to have Boris on commentary.
Yes, every one of them. And then people would be like, and if leave it off one and be like, oh my god, Boris isn't doing this match, and be like, oh no, we just forgot to put it on that one.
That picture of Mercedes looks weird. It doesn't even look like her.
Yeah, that match makes no sense. That tag match.
Hurry up, Adam Copeland.
Tag match, it makes perfect sense because the one thing that I always want to find out about opponents is if they can coexist.
Yes, that's a great way to sell pay-per-views.
Yep. See,
Like I
these
said, it's
people
obviously to
that
get
hate
Athena on the
each
main
other,
card too.
They're friends.
But where does Julia Hart and Athena come in together? Like, I don't think I even saw them interact. So, unless I missed something.
Not once. So my thought is, Athena's gonna pin Mercedes.
Mhm.
Mercedes wins the Owen, and she'll go through Athena to do it, and they'll set something up for Dynasty, or vice versa. Is Mercedes pins Athena?
Mercedes doesn't need another piece of hardware.
No, I think Athena will win whenever they face off for like any title on the line or anything like that. So that might actually make some sense. Because like the Owen Hart, you get a shot at a championship, correct?
Yes. At all, I think it is.
So
isn't it?
Mercedes pins Athena on Saturday. Athena pins Mercedes at the Owen Hart, or as part of their Owen Hart match. And then Athena challenges Mercedes for the TNT.
I don't hate that.
I'm wondering if the title is at Double or Nothing, or if it's at All In, the title shot. Oh no, because the finals are at Double or Nothing, so it would have to be
Yeah,
All In.
I think the title shot is at All In. Yeah. I wonder how ticket sales are going for that.
Now, All In is in Texas. Isn't that where Athena is from?
Yes.
The referee never saw it.
I always hate when they make refs look dumb. I don't know what it is. I just always feel like, especially when they do it too much to the same refs.
Yeah, there's a way to do stuff though where you don't have to sell out your referee.
Mm-hmm. And it's always the same ref. Like,
No need.
oh, the spear. Yeah.
A massive win for
Corey,
Col-
have you never met Rip? That's
He doesn't bark. Not once.
that was Boris.
Usually 3 or 4 or 5 times.
Geez, not
All
even
right,
into
Ben.
overtime, Boris.
Ben, I've summoned you here for a reason, Ben.
Uh-oh.
I have no context. I have zero context.
I know you don't. Now, listen. There has been some serious accusations levied against you, and I would like you to discuss whether these are true or not.
Oh.
Now, if you'll remember, at LPW 30, whatever fucking number it was, 35, Into the Void
Yep.
on Friday,
Yeah.
a birthday cake was provided to us by a wonderful
It
fan,
was.
correct?
Uh-oh.
Now, there have been some
Oh, no.
serious allegations.
I was the one who called you out, by the way.
There have been some serious allegations levied against you that you took your finger, the same finger that I use to spot matches now. You took your finger and wrapped it around the cake and procured 3/4 of the bottom icing.
Oh, we have
How do
Swerve and
you
Nana
respond?
hiding in the back.
Oh my
How
God.
do you respond to these charges?
Half guilty. It
Okay,
wasn't
no.
3/4 of the cake. That's crazy. That's crazy. It was
3/4, Ben.
It was like I would say 1/4 to 1/3. It was selfish. It happened.
Oh, a quarter.
I did though.
So you plead
Who supplied the
partial
cake?
guilt.
Whose cake was this? I
Oh,
take.
hang on.
It was one of our fans, and I thought to myself, "Boy, am I excited for some of that icing." Then
And then you.
old
Oops.
Ben walks back, thinking to himself, "Boy, that icing's gonna be great."
Yeah, my bad. That did
It's
happen.
gone.
All right, so we've gotten to the bottom of this particular mystery. I don't know what's going on with Swerve and Hangman, but
Okay, goodbye. I'm guilty. You're right.
all
Goodbye.
right, that's all I needed to know, brother. I love you.
I love you too. Bye, guys.
Deuces. That's a quality individual, that man.
One of my favorite people on the planet,
Yep.
but was more favoriter before he took 3/4 of the cake. I think.
I'm like, as soon as cake was mentioned, he was like, oh.
He should never be on an actual jury because,
Oh my
boy,
goodness. All the nonsense backstage.
well, we have to have a Death Rider beatdown.
Well, I said we
before-
were, that's what I was just saying. We didn't go overtime, but I was like, never mind.
Wait, you don't mean to tell me that John Moxley and Claudio and Pac... Oh, holy shit.
Well, we had Swerve and Nana fighting.
This
And then,
is fucking, guys, this is NWO Wolfpack.
Oh, yeah.
This sucks.
and then
This sucks so
Swerve
much.
yelled at Renee, which wasn't nice.
This sucks so much.
Marina has her arm all wrapped up.
Oh, I thought that was going to be like an elevator shaft. They were going to throw him down or
I'll
something.
just kill him. We're back out to the ring now. Okay.
This sucks.
But this is how like 95%
Of Dynamite's end.
of Dynamite's end right now. Yeah.
And Collision, for that matter.
That's why I don't enjoy a good chunk of the television right now. Your lasting memory is the end of your show.
Yeah.
And you can always find the positives. The fucking tag team match with Ospreay, like, that was a fantastic match.
I just got a message from Ben. It just says, I was ambushed. We just did like live wrestlers court. Doesn't Ben have to buy us all beer now?
No, we don't believe in Wrestler's Court unless people
Yeah.
like video games, because we're supposed to hate that, I guess. But we were just talking about the
Oh, that's
Nintendo
right. We're supposed to do cocaine and drive drunk and die in
You
car
need
wrecks.
to get that clip and post it out and be like, this is what you miss when you don't tune into the watch-alongs with Boris
That's
and
right.
Ophelia. And it's Ben going, oh my God.
We cracked the case.
Oh no,
right,
they're
what's
all
the
picking on
payoff to
Swerve.
this?
I hope this isn't a hot take, but I hate shows that have the same ending like for nearly 8 months in a row.
Oh, is that Glass? Oh, it's Glass. Oh my God, Jack. Maybe Perry's the wild card.
Fair. Is he hurt or just off TV for?
Just off TV from everything I see. Every time I see Glass, that's all I think about is Jack Perry now.
Is that really worthy of a holy shit chant, or am I just a jaded old man now?
Yes.
No, the ending fucking sucked. Again.
Marina
we just had these
Schaefer
guys
is
in a match at the beginning. We opened the show with these guys. Did we need to close it as well?
Marina Shafir has her arm in a sling. Is that
Yeah.
a working sling or a shooting sling?
I don't know. I think it's funny that both her and Willow are basically written off for injuries, and these two are still fighting.
That ending sucked. How many times can we do the same shit?
Yeah, that's why I'm really hoping that Swerve wins the belt on Sunday.
I do too. Pull the plug on this.
He's Mr. Dynasty, right? So I mean, it would make sense for him to win it at Dynasty.
Swerve is Mr. AEW. Like he is.
Yeah.
The
I
man
don't
who
know.
took
Like,
the title.
I
it
love
felt
you,
like
Scott.
not a great go home show to me.
Scott, I love you, homie, but like I don't think a go home show has to suck.
Jeff Jarrett should be the one to win the title.
Maybe he's the wild card.
Ooh, now you're talking my language, and he does have a
So
connection.
the opening match for the wild card is against Hangman.
What a
So
horrible ending.
it could be almost anybody against Hangman, right?
How are you going to sell your pay-per-view on the go-home show by doing the same ending we've seen for... So All In last year was August? So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. We sell our go-home show with the same ending to 90% of our shows over the last 7 months.
And we're going to have the same ending to this show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the AEW Dynamite Watch Along. Spencer, let me know where to see you on the other side so we can do that thing. And then I'm going to go to bed. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. This was super, super, super fun.
Of course, I will have a link to you in Slack within 5 minutes. I'm going to bring the
Beautiful.
dog in and I'll message you.
Right on. All right. Thanks so much, guys.
Bye,
Thank you guys
everyone.
for watching. We'll see you Saturday night at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for Saturday Night Love. Now I do a thing here where I press buttons and then we leave. Good evening, good evening. It's time for AEW Watch Along with Boris. Da, 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 da.